Hi, this is Bill. This video will help you create an event on ScoreMyPitch. First, let's log into ScoreMyPitch. We'll put in our username and our password and click on Login. We're now at the Administrator menu. Let's click on Manage Events. We're now going to click on Create a New Event. We're now at the Add Event screen. I'm going to pause for just a moment and fill in some of the information. You'll see we've gotten a bit of a start here. We have in the event name, the date, the time, the location, a short and a long description. Now scrolling down a bit further, you'll see we've got a variety of other choices. Here we'll select the context of our event. So what is it that we're judging? It could be anything from you're just trying to evaluate the communication. Maybe it's the idea, the business model. Is it scalable and fundable, and so on. You could also put in a custom selection here. We're just going to choose scalable and fundable. We'll say our pitch length is going to be 3 minutes. The video embed code you don't need to worry about. This is where you'd select if you want to enable audience voting. So you just grab the drop down, and in this case, why don't we have the audience vote on what idea they think is best. You can either make your scorecard or the results available to anyone that has the URL or can navigate to it, or to restrict it to your host and the judges only. We like to democratize this information, so our next step is to choose an evaluation type. This will pre-install a specific set of criteria which we'll be able to change later. So I'm going to choose investor pitch, and then we'll just click create event. And what this did was brought us back to that same information, but you'll see now we actually have a whole variety of new options here. We have some pre-made criteria that are already in. We can now add our teams and our judges, and of course save changes. So we can do everything from manipulate the criteria in any way we want. We could change these by simply clicking on the criteria name and editing the criteria and the description. We would recommend that your criteria names are single words, and you'll see later when we look at what a ballot looks like and what the scorecard looks like, you'll see that it really looks much better in that format. You can do everything from move the criteria up and down to edit them. Let's just say that we wanted to add a new criteria. We just click here to add a new one. So let's just say we wanted to add team as a criteria. And then we could just say a description, the team has the relevant experience, and we click create criteria. And you'll see it's put that criteria here at the bottom of the list. The system also allows you to group criteria. The group function will allow you to create subsets of criteria. So maybe you have some criteria that relate to scalability and fundability, other criteria that relate to the team. This function simply allows you to group them together. To add your teams or your businesses, it's really just a matter of adding them in comma separated or one at a time, however you like. And you'll see I'm just adding in 3 teams. There they are right there. Inviting a judge is as simple as putting their email address in. We can invite multiple judges at one time by comma separating the email addresses. And you'll see our judge has already registered, so we have their first and last name in. They're an existing user. For you, that might not always be the case, and you'll know actually when a judge has accepted your invitation because their first and last name will be in here, and it will show them as an existing user. When they've accepted a specific ballot that you sent them, this pending will change to accepted, and then when they've completed their ballot, you'll see the date that they completed it in here. So all tools to help you manage your judge interaction on the site. And from here, it's really as simple as saving changes, and our event is now created. And you'll see it's disabled, so it's not open yet for voting. And we're good to go. Our event's created. Congratulations.